Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4, Kaiserreich Syria. Let's continue on where we last left off. So as you can see that things are a little bit strange. I will give you that. We were so close to taking Alexandria. Like, we tasted victory. You know, it was like it was right there. So close yet so far, you know what I mean? Okay, you've now fallen sick. You know what? That's actually falling sick at basically the exact perfect time. Now all of these guys here should have no supplies whatsoever. So we can basically just do a counterattack back into our domestic territory. You guys still want to stay here. You're basically fine where you are. But now we do have a problem with Alexandria. And manpower. And rifles. But I think because we took over a lot of your major cities, your manpower, I was going to say it must be hurting a little bit more, but the answer to that is not at all. Okay, I'll send you guys over here. So you should be at, like, you should be approaching -33, -33, I think. Because you really shouldn't have supplies at all. I mean, they can take Jeddah. No, but we own the Suez Canal, actually. Okay, so, you know, let's fall back behind the river. We do need reinforcements to arrive sooner rather than later. Do they have any other major cities? They got Medina, which I think is worth 5 victory points, but I can't imagine they have that much supplies. We'll try to do whatever we can. How many planes do they got? They got more than us. Not a major surprise. Again, I think we kind of fight a at least a little bit of a defensive war for the time being. Right now we have 12 divisions on this front, opposing the remaining Egyptian troops that are still in our lands. But I really don't know if they really are much of a threat, so I'm actually going to pull you onto this green line. Here's the thing, Sultan. Do you think they have Alexandria? Do you think they abandoned Alexandria? They did not. Okay. I was hoping that they did, but no, they did not. I mean, our troops are now arriving into the province they need to be at. No, we got 77. Like, how do you have supplies? Where are your supplies coming? I mean, you have some cities around here for sure. But I feel like those cities by themselves should not be enough for you to be winning this. Just to be honest. You know, let's get some more oil in Aleppo. Okay, so we've got a pretty big front line against Egypt. I think that's all right. I'm trying to think, anybody else going to declare war to Egypt? I mean, sometimes they declare war on Ethiopia, but I don't think that's going to be happening this time around. You're in Homs. You know what? They might actually be going to Damascus. So we should really, you know what? We should at least keep one troop in Damascus at all times. Send you over to this front as well. And the rest of you just kind of stay where you are. At least for right now. So you're at 61%. We take Alexandria. I I think we still need 5 victory points after that. And I don't know where exactly. I mean, there's you and Luxor, which is kind of what I'm looking at the most right now. Yeah, so you stay in Damascus, hold that line. The rest of you, I think, are mostly okay with what you're doing. Now you have no infantry equipment. I don't know what's changed, actually. That would lead to for you having none right now. I mean, I guess I also have negative 13,000, so I also got none right now. But I'm thinking, like, we need the south. So we've still got Damascus. Supply should be okay. Could get a naval designer, but I really don't think that's going to mean too much of a difference to us. Like right now, just think about what we need to hold. We need Cairo. We need. There's no doubt about that. Cairo is an absolutely vital city that we cannot afford to lose. I think one of you goes over to that one victory point city, way on the other side of the map. Yeah, they've crossed one of our rivers. You're at 86. I'd like for you to push a little bit harder, but I can understand that can be a tricky situation. You know what? Don't even be down here. Probably line up like this. No reason for you to be that far down south, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, you're at 89. We do got more units moving in. This is a little bit of a dangerous province, so we're going to send one division over. Oops, I allowed... You can't come back to Cairo. Or back to Alexandria, I should say. You're sure going to try. What if you both attack here? You're making moves up. If you attack this province, you cannot right now. Okay. Well, the way I mean, there's still a lot of Egyptian troops over here, and I don't think I can... Again, I can't call anybody in, unfortunately. When you're at 94. How many days does this say it's going to take? 2 days. We need to fight you, because we need Alexandria. And we cannot, under any circumstances, allow them to reinforce it. Less than a day. You're getting closer. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So now you can hold off on this attack. Alexandria now in our hands. What does that mean for us? Well... One, it means that we need more steel. So we'll trade that. Thank you. I guess we'll trade less of you right now. Yeah, that's what we're going against. Wait, I we're going against you? No, I can take claim state, which 15 days. No. Okay, so Alexandria gets Egypt down to 30%. Which I think is important. So now we want to hold position. You still have 300,000 manpower. Our supplies are good. These guys for sure, even if they've taken back Beirut, which they have, doesn't actually affect anything because they don't have a capital. Where's your capital? Your capital's down here in Aswan. No, I guess actually they do have Port Sudan over here. Well, they don't have the Suez Canal, so it's got to go like all the way around the Africa, I think. Which to me doesn't seem like a very effective front line. But that's okay. Let me also try to take Beirut from you. Just because. I think, because you are 1 victory point. It's like, I think we need these 3 cities. But how do we break into these 3 cities is a good question. Because our manpower, of course, I don't need to tell you, is low. But like, I would think that we're winning the war. I mean, the game says that we're winning heavily, which I do agree with. The free troops. Are you? Your cavalry and militia. You know what? You're actually just weaker units, I think. If we attack any province, I think it has to be that one. You're worth 1, you're worth 1. So I think attacking up here really doesn't make any sense anymore. It's all about that southern offensive strategy. Can I... It's like, can I train more? No, there's no way I can train more units. How many units already do I have up here? I don't actually know. 6 and... Yes, there's 13 units up here. 13 out of our 47. I mean, that's a not insignificant amount of the army is up on this. You know what? Green Army, all of you guys. You're going to be part of a smaller green front, which is basically just this. And Blue Army, your job basically is, hey, defend Damascus. And I think this should work. Like, it's a messy war for sure. No, nobody's going to say that's not messy. But as long as we hold Damascus, the situation is tenable. You think so? Are supplies bad down here? 4 out of 4. Okay, so they're not great. I can understand. Delete this. I don't want anybody going over there by accident. Yes, we have more reinforcements coming in. Designed specifically to dislodge this army. It'll also cut these guys off from the north, which might make them reevaluate the position. And hopefully it does. Like, at this point, I don't think Egypt's going to try to attack us. Manpower right now for our army, we're missing about 100,000 men. But again, we're missing 16,000 rifles, which is the bigger concern. Even though we don't have enough steel for this, really. Because you have equipment 3, which is very expensive, you're right. France, I need steel. I need steel so I can make more rifles. We're now making 59 a day, which is definitely a better number. Okay, now you're at 83. 83 is 80. Hooray for me. Okay, so that's some more oil. After that, we will... 5% stability? That seems like it could be relatively okay. How long does it say this battle's going to take? Right now, you're at a 6-day battle. Which is a while, but it really doesn't seem like the Egyptians want to move units around at all at this point. Yeah, you should come back down here. If you want to claim all this territory back, you're more than welcome to. Now, you're trying to move in a fresh infantry. The thing is, I really can't allow that. We got some weaker units down in the south. Less than a day. This battle is going to take 3 days, so they think it's going to take a little bit longer for that. So we should push through. You can now hold off. Yeah, now the units are trying to move around because I mean I think they're mostly trying to get Aswat and Luxor and Aswan. That's it. We want to cut you in half. Our reasoning for that is it usually messes up the AI a decent amount. 1 day, 18. Okay, you need to delay these guys ever so slightly. Just a slight delay should be enough. 1 day, 3 hours. God, it's such a scrappy war. Like, it's actually insane. Okay, no, keep on fighting, please. You'll be there in 1 hour. God damn it. Well, the plan's got a little bit of muck. Because attacking up to, like, attacking the north doesn't do anything for us right now. It looks like you want to reinforce this army. 2 days, 0 hours. This battle's going to last 7 days roughly. Your battle's going to last 14 days. Could make your front line a little bit bigger. I don't think that does too much for us. So you know what? I think everybody in the south right now holds ground for a bit. Yeah, like you gotta hold ground, get a little bit of reorganization, and then we can push back in. It's going to be glorious. Again, assuming Damascus and Beirut don't fall, but they shouldn't. But you've left this one guy by himself. I don't think it's the wisest move. I do see that there's a 4 stack there. You're starting to take attrition, so if I actually can kill you, we do get some more. I wish you'd stop moving units around, because it just makes my life harder. Which I don't want. I want things to be simple. You'll be there in 9 hours. Okay. We got a 4 stack here. Let's I guess we'll just not cross the river then. I mean, you're gonna be done in less than a day apparently, so I consider that to be a success. We went to Luxor and then to Aswan. Because again, if we can cut you in half, the AI will completely reevaluate its position. Hopefully, either A, abandoning the south to try to recapture Alexandria and Cairo, which I think is what it's going to try to do. Or, I don't know. Or moves its troops down south to protect its only cities it has left. But I think that's less likely to happen. Now you're going to take 8 days. Before, I remember earlier when it said it would take less than 1 day. Colombia's going to war in Panama. What? Is that an Entente war? No, it's just a Colombian-Panama war. That's fine. Yeah, so we're going to try attacking us. It's not going to get much done. Are you sick or wounded? You are. Try to get some modifiers in here. You're going to send up a handful of reinforcements. How do I feel about that? I don't know. The problem like this one war as well is that it's really weakening us before the war with Iran. Are you guaranteed by anybody? No. I mean, the war with Iran will have a bigger front line. So maybe that'll help us out somewhat. But by how much, I can't really say. Okay, you're at 79. Honestly, you can probably push here, and you three can probably push here. And maybe get a surround on, these 3 Egyptian divisions. We're now down 17,000 rifles. Right now, it would take about almost an entire year to get all these guns back. Which I would say is a bit of a concern. I don't see anybody moving right now. And I consider that to be pretty good. More military factories. Yes, more guns, please. Like, nothing but guns. As many guns as you can possibly give me is how many I want. Okay, so we push our way through this province, finally. You're all basically going to push this. Be there in 2 days, 1 hour. You're going to push against this guy just so he doesn't move. Him not moving is very vital just because I don't want him to move. And then you move your way upward. Like, these are the only 2 cities I want. I don't want to end this episode until I've taken those 2 cities. Political power goes down. Yeah, whatever. We have 9, and it's not like we're going to be really spending it on too much, I think. Okay, so we've taken this province. Gives us a little bit more free reign to do stuff. You're falling back this way. Yeah, now the AI is like, oh shit. This is not a position we want to be in. But it's moving, is it moving troops down south? I mean, it's moving our troops down south. I can tell you that much. So I think the entire blue army stays over there on this front. You don't need to be attacking. You can hold still. Because, yeah, the capital's down here. So these guys are actually going to be in really... Oh, you guys actually have no... Yeah, these guys actually up here have no supplies. Technically. So you've cut off your access to your capital. Which is amazing for us. So it should allow us to maybe get a handful of quick victories. As you drop down, you're at negative 22, and that's probably going to drop down even more. I mean, I guess you have 1 city here. But if I take that city, you got nothing. Actually, no, you have 2. You have another city up here. But if you lose those cities, you got nothing. Yeah, and all these guys, you also have no way to get supplies right now. Which is nice. We need to defend this area. If this area falls, then they get supplies back. At 80, then we'll have blue army move our way to this province. These areas up here don't matter at all. Or at least they really shouldn't matter at all. You're in multiple combats. There we go. We've at least pushed you back. And we got reinforcements arriving down in this area. Which is nice. Once you've crossed here, you push onto the city. You also push onto the city. You guys don't need to be attacking. You're really not getting much done. And you're moving your way to the city. Okay. Because again, victory points are the most important thing that we could have right now. Everything else is not irrelevant. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, I guess. Because it doesn't get us closer to victory. Like, killing these units doesn't do much for us. Falling back right now. You're at 45. Like, our objective is simple, right? It's push your major cities. I mean, if we need to take... Okay, here's the thing. If we need to take, let's say, 4 victory points, which I believe is what we need. Let's take a SWAT, got us 5%. This will be another 5%. So maybe just like 1 victory point city will actually do it for us. Once after we take Luxor, I should say. So you're at 93% right now. Like, this has been an absolutely brutal war. Egypt, of course, has taken, you know, a much worse position than we have. But still, it hasn't been great. have one guy go around just in case. But overall, I think within like the next 4 minutes, this war should be over. And then we can turn our attention on dealing with the Iranians. Because we are now at 23%. Yeah, so it looks like I think these are 2%. So, I mean, taking Luxor should be enough for the victory. Do not allow ourselves to get encircled. That would be absolutely catastrophic. When will you be there? You'll be in that province in 14 hours. We're in 1943, so yeah, the game's going to run a little bit slower than I would otherwise like. That's not a major surprise. Okay, less than a day. Is that capitulation? That's exactly 20%. Are you kidding me? Okay, we have two options. Take Aswan or take Beni Suef. Any of those cities will have us achieve our victory. It stopped attacking, but no, really, we actually need more troops here. So that you do not break. Apparently, we have air superiority now. I wonder if I've taken all your airports, so your planes actually can't do anything. That would be hilarious if that was the case. Okay, we're going to take Aswan in right now. Oh, fantastic. Take all states. And turn. And now we have done it. Took 16,000 equipment. We will need a period of respite for sure. We're only missing 4,000 rifles now. And we got our manpower. Can I actually integrate any of these places yet? I can. Integrate all these places. That's actually a lot of areas. Nice. We don't need this fallback line anymore. And then we'll draw our offensive lines into Iran. Offensive line there. Offensive line here. How many troops do you guys have? 8 to 64. I mean, it's a pretty big range, I will admit. We'll also release Egypt for now. Let's liberate both Egypt and Sudan. Because we can't trust the Egyptians with it. They've proven to be too meddlesome. And overall, that this is it's looking pretty good. So you're now all in the League of Arab States. We'll take our territory soon. Conquer Sinai. Of course, we'll assimilate it into our territory. And for 50 political power, I think we're going to keep the Suez Canal. And hopefully nothing bad could possibly come from this. But for right now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thank you for watching my... Also, what the hell? Oh my... I've never seen the International be pushed back this far. Wow. They've really lost their ground. I think they're actually going to lose. But anyway, thank you for watching my Anthnwam. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoy, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.